this is going to be great. I can't wait to see who they've got first. I can't wait to see where they are. I can't wait to see when we go to the Hill Dickinson, when we go to Old Trafford, when we go to places as champions. But also because it comes from a genuine position, a sense of security. Like, I think even if Liverpool don't win the league next season, I at least think Liverpool are going to be really good. They're going to go to these places and be a really good version of themselves.
Yeah, and then you've got to factor in the fact that what the opposition are thinking when Liverpool show up, because I don't think they're going to be enjoying that very much. I'm super excited for this. I always feel like, you know, the football ends and then it's time to sort of simmer down and then you get a bit of a break. But I don't feel like I've had that. I've just been sort of reveling in it, and you know, going on the social media and seeing like everything that's happened over the season. Everything's been fantastic. But like you say, going to stadiums as champions, we've not done that for so long because of COVID and the lockdowns that were involved last time. I can't wait. There's the signings that have been happening. It's a super exciting time. I can't wait.
The three of us were in Brighton.
The first one I look for.
So the three of us,
long way off, isn't it?
The three of us were in Brighton.
That looked very good.
Well, but my point on this is the same way that for the players didn't have to worry about a match.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason why these fixtures have landed, and everyone I know is revved up, and I think part of the reason why is because since Spurs, which by the way was incredible,
You've been playing friendlies?
yeah.
You're right, you know. You're right.
So the fixtures come and we're all like, get me in that ground right now.
Win.
Whereas normally mid-June I'm like, oh, I'll get Glastonbury out the way, and then I begin to get my head back into it, and then and then there'll be a couple of friendlies, and I'll suddenly be up to pace. I could go and play tomorrow, metaphorically speaking. Literally, absolutely not.
I'm exactly the same. And the first one I look for is Brighton. Since them sausages went on fire in that tapas gaff, I have been dying to go back to Brighton. So yeah, it is exciting. I agree with you as well, going as champions, and the biggest point you made there is how the teams feel. We look at that and go, and I've seen charts of we got the highest, you know,
Most
difficult percentage of games in the first 10, and some of me mates are saying, you know, you play everyone twice, and there's an element of that, but there's also, you can have hard games after international weekends, you can have hard games after Champions League fixtures and rounds, etc. So you can have harder fixtures, you can, but Liverpool are the most feared team in this league. They were anyway.
By a distance.
They were anyway. And now we go and break our transfer record on a player that everyone's going, right, unbelievable. You said before about Arsenal, like Arsenal looking at us now. They finished second last year. They're the biggest rival. They're looking at us going, I wish we were doing what they're doing. So don't worry too much about, you know, the fact that the piles up in the first 10. We are better than all of them sides. And if anything, you get through the first 10 and in a good place, then Liverpool are going to absolutely run home.
It is. Got the wounded in Spanish caravan. The big fella overlooks you. And what the big fella was brilliant at in the years when Liverpool got unreal points totals was putting the pressure on after the November international break running into Christmas. Year after year, he put the pressure on. November international break coming into Christmas. And I think that Liverpool's season almost breaks into... I think it almost breaks into three. It breaks into the first 11. Then it breaks into what is a really nice run from that November international break all the way until the March international break, when there's loads of room to make a fair bit of hay, albeit with Arsenal away, sort of dangling around in midweek when you know you've not got Salah. And then the running. And the running will be what the running is, and hopefully we all get to take it easy early again, because we're all delighted.
We've got a difficult... The games in the running are actually difficult, aren't they? But that means that you get the opportunity to rack up the points. Yeah, I remember you go back a year and people were talking about the running last season going, tell you what, that's a hard last five, that, and it was a hard last five.
Want to go to Chelsea needing to win.
Oh, Brighton second last week of the season, that's tougher, you need to go and get 3 points, and it's like, well...
No, you need to go and get anchovies.
But what it means, no, absolutely, but what it means, I had better anchovies in Mallorca, I'll show you a photo.
It's another show, It's another show.
And what it meant was, you get the opportunity to win the points earlier on.
Yeah.
And you build that up, like, I look at the first 3 games, like, I'm annoyed by Newcastle, but I'm not by Arsenal. I'm annoyed by Newcastle because one thing Newcastle really struggled with 2 seasons ago was the playing twice a week thing. And they've been better when it was once a week. And if you think about, we go there and we win 2-1, but it involved us having 10 men, scoring 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. And the reality is they were really good.
Yeah.
To start the game, they played really well. They probably should have won the game. I mean, Alisson pulls off an unbelievable save. They played very well.
Yeah.
But when the Champions League started, that kind of performance wasn't good for them. So I'd rather have gone, hang on, we've got a Champions League game and now we're playing Newcastle, because they'd be in the same position.
Yeah.
Now they've got a week off, not into that. But then it does work out in other ways, like we play Manchester United on the back of an international break.
which means that they haven't had a free midweek.
100%.
We play, you know, it does sort of balance it out.
We go to City away.
We go
off
to
the back
City
of the
away
Champions
off the
League
back
game.
of the Champions League game. There's various like idiosyncrasies that some of them go your way, some of them don't. I think last season, in fairness, I might be wrong, but I think everything went our way. Really.
I agree, you know, 100%.
Like, I think we basically played home games after 6 of our 8 Champions League group games,
Yeah.
which was a huge help. And we've not got that this year. We've got a lot of back-to-back London aways and things like that.
I hope you're enjoying this free show at the moment. Loads of excellent, exciting stuff on the Anfield app. If you want to be part of the whole thing, you can download the Anfield app and go from there. Or you can subscribe via the YouTube membership as well for video-only content and other bits and pieces. We love doing these shows. We love that you watch them. So come, be part of the journey with us.